So you want to take your hair from this to this. But none of the tips everyone is telling you are working out for you. This is the video for you. If your hair is dry, flat, frizzy, or literally just refuses to grow, these are all of the tips you need to know to have perfect, amazing hair 24/7. I wanted to start this video by saying, excuse the background, I know it's pretty flat and white. Don't let that distract you from my tips, guys. I am in France right now and the room is literally just plain white. You gotta work with this. I literally have the credentials on how to look amazing with your hair all of the time and how to manage it as much as possible. When I was younger, my hair used to be so frizzy and dull and I felt so insecure and ugly with how it looked. So I found out the way on how to always keep it pretty and put together. Let's get right to it, starting with the first tip. Stop wasting your money on products just because they're viral. Olaplex went so viral the last couple of years. Everyone was talking about how good it was and many of my friends and people that I know bought it, and I even tried it a couple of times and I thought, oh, okay, it's good. But then I bought it for myself and it made my hair look so dull and awful. And my hair sort of had like a film on top of it that made it feel heavy and weird. So it might not be what your hair needs, and it is what other hair types need. Some hair care brands such as Olaplex are made specifically for extremely damaged hair, specifically bleach damaged, as well as K18 or some other products that might not work for you because your hair is not damaged to that level. Plus, some hair care brands might be just overrated and you might find better dupes for a lower price. Tip number 2, invest in a good hair mask. As of right now, I am using the Way fine to medium hair mask. I only have the fine to medium because it's the only one I found at Sephora and I really needed a hair mask right now. I've been loving it though. It smells amazing, but it's definitely pricey. There are some better dupes out there. I'm leaving some hair mask suggestions on the screen for you to see. A hair mask will really deeply hydrate your hair and make it look shiny. Conditioner might not be the best option for you. Talking about shampoo, I don't think it really matters that much as long as you're using shampoos that don't have any type of ingredients that could be damaging your hair. This is not sponsored, but I'm just using the Way fine to medium shampoo as well and I've been loving it. It smells amazing, that's why I like it so much. But there are some other shampoos that are a fraction of the price and work just as well. Talking about hair masks now, a good hair mask will help give you less frizz. It will repair, soften your hair, hydrate it, it'll make it stronger, and it will help reduce breakage, which is what most likely is keeping your hair from growing. Tip number 3, sleep with a silk bonnet or with a silk pillowcase. I've mentioned this on some of my other videos, but talking about silk bonnets specifically on hair will help your hair stop breaking. But if you feel like you get too hot with the bonnet, I use this one and I really don't like it. I use it when I travel, but most of the time I take it off at the middle of the night because I get really hot. So you might just want to use a silk pillowcase. When you sleep on a cotton pillowcase, it will make your hair have so much more friction and it will break against the pillow. And also, the material will draw moisture from your hair, making it drier and more prone to breakage. Tip number 4, use anti-humidity spray for the best blowout results. I cannot stop talking about this. I literally love anti-humidity spray. There are many brands who have it. I personally use the Color Wow Dream Coat. If you have curly hair, I definitely recommend picking the white version. As you can see, the text here is like black. Usually I would go for the white version because it also has heat protectant in it because it's specifically formulated for curly hair. But if you have any other hair type, you could use this one. What it will do is that it basically will prevent frizz from forming in your hair, especially if you live in humid weather. It'll give you so much shine and it'll make your blowout last so much longer. I personally tend to straighten my hair a lot. My hair is naturally wavy to curly. This is a product that I always need to have with me. That's why I went to Sephora and I literally bought the small version because I had been missing it so much because I forgot to bring it. So yes, definitely the products you use before blow drying or straightening your hair will make a huge difference. Not only anti-humidity spray but also hair oil. I've been using the Nourishing Coconut Oil by OGX because this one is the cheapest one I found and one that actually I heard that it works for your hair. I love the way it smells. I just don't love the texture. I personally love the argan oil. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I personally love the Moroccan oil, argan oil. I love the way it smells, and the second I put it on my hair literally sucks it up and my hair turns so soft and shiny. My whole family loves it, so I have been using it for quite a while now, and I'll definitely always recommend it. But if it's too expensive for you, definitely try to use this line by OGX. Tip number 5. Preventing heat damage. Heat damage is what makes your hair break the most, and it makes it the most dull thing, and it gives you so much frizz. So here's how to prevent it. Know that even though you might think and you might say, oh, like I never use hot tools, why do I have breakage, why do I have frizz, I don't understand. Guys, showering with really hot water is also heat damage. Standing in the sun with no heat protection or like no hat, just like with your hair out like that, you realize that it gets really hot in the sun. That's also causing heat damage. Always try to use heat protectant or like some type of products with heat protectant. There are some curl creams out there with heat protectant, also some leave-in conditioners. And if you love using hot tools like me, I am guilty, try to use them less often. How to use them less often, you might think. People tend to ask me after I tell them that I have naturally curly hair if I straighten my hair every day, which obviously I don't. It would literally make my hair look awful. I wash my hair like every 3 to 4 days, depending on if I'm going to the gym more often or not. I know that I'm on vacation, I can leave my hair without washing for a little bit longer since I'm not going to the gym as often. So I only tend to use heat on my hair twice a week. Try to use heat on your hair a maximum of once to twice a week. Tip number 6. This might be the hardest thing to hear, but you need to trim your ends. Stop holding on to dear life when it comes to that heat damaged, crispy, dull looking ends just because it makes your hair longer. If you have dead ends and if you don't trim them off, your hair will continue to break and it will never grow. And if it grows, it's gonna look awful. I have met people who have hair down to their waist because they never cut it, but it looks so dull and so ugly, guys. So always choose health over length. You just need to have patience. Tip number 7. Cold water at the end of showers will help to seal the cuticle in your hair and it will add more shine. Some people do this tip, but I don't really think it's necessary. Some people like wash their hair, then they get out of the shower and they prepare a bowl of water with ice and then they dunk their hair inside and it leaves them with a lot of shine. But you don't need to do that really. Literally just turn the water to the coldest setting and leave your hair in. If you feel like you'll get too cold, you can try the other method with the bowl. But I just feel like it's a little harder. It's just way easier to turn the water to cold for a couple of seconds. Here is one of the last tips and one that I feel like everyone needs to know. And it's tip number 8. Get a hair gloss every 3 to 4 weeks to add more shine and health to your hair. I'm not trying to just promote this treatment, but I've heard that it works a lot and I have tried it as well. I actually have a vlog trying it for the first time. It leaves your hair so shiny. You can try a gloss without color or you can try a gloss with color, which will basically just make your hair look all the same color and it'll kind of like fix the color in your hair in case you have dyed it and you're not really loving how it looks. Or you can try a hair gloss without color, which will literally just add a bunch of shine and it'll make it super healthy, super soft. I feel like it's already pretty trendy and many people talk about it online. These are the hair glosses I recommend, but what I recommend the most is getting a hair gloss professionally done. I can say that in my country it's not as expensive to get a hair gloss as it might be in other countries like in the US. So if you don't have the budget to get a hair gloss professionally done, do it at home. But if you do have the opportunity to get it professionally done, go do that because they have the best products. These were all of my tips, guys. I will definitely be doing a part 2 because I have so many more tips for you guys. So definitely stay tuned. If you need any more tips about your lifestyle, looks, glow ups, etc., go to my page, go to my profile, and you will find everything. And definitely if you have any suggestions, leave it down below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and have an amazing week. Bye bye.